Hello guys, let's review the Chennai NFC squad. Talk about the new additions because we already know that team retained the previous maximum from previous season, especially the playing 11. So just talk about the new additions, possible entry towards the playing 11. So let's first look at the right back position, which was vacated by Renthele. So there was a two possible replacement for Dinley and Renthele. So one will be Regan Singh, another one will be Fanai. So Fanai usually people may like it seems like surprising to hear the Fanai name, but he is capable of playing on both the full-back positions. So I'm looking at the back side of the two available players. One is Regan Singh, another one is Fanai. Fanai is taller and he have more pace than Regan Singh. So when we are trying to achieve something like wing back, we cannot play Regan Singh. So Regan Singh can be played as a full back but not as a wing back. But Fanai can play the wing back position very well. So I'm looking at Fanai as an upgrade for Renthele, because Renthele is a player who is very good in defensive line, and again who is good with moving the ball and with the team. And he is high on energy, and he is it was excellent quality for him. But his final third, his final ball crossing and all things are very poor, which we need to improve. So when we are looking at the replacement, we better go for a Fanai who can cross the ball very well into the box. So it is very important for us to have that kind of a personality in the team. So that is one possible kind of replacement. So we need to put more. There is other possible options are like we can use Deepak Dangri. We can make him as a right back position, because we say he's an excellent lad. So we need to use him somewhere, because we are not going to do anything into centre back. We need a strong foreign centre backs, so that going to be the foreign centre backs. So again, if anyone want to be replaced on the centre back, means we have the Memo Moro, so he will be on that position. So Deepak Dangri will not get a chance to play on the right centre back. But where else he can play, means he can play it on centre defensive midfield. But again, it's already we had many lads in the position, like German Pitt there, Edwin Sydney there, and Tapa is there. So all other things are there, and Edwin Sydney is more efficient on the centre defensive midfield, because its link-up play is very good, its break-up play also very good against the opponent. And the possible thing for is not that creative. He can't be creative at right back, because there is you need to directly go on that particular line and get back. So it's not much creativity there. So we need him at the CDM position. So right back, Deepak Dangri we can develop, and that is my opinion. So it's purely my opinion, because he is looking as a great lad, Deepak Dangri. So then then the additions are like positions are replaced by the places left by foreigners, like the centre back we had Goyan before. So now we got Ines Sipovic. So this lad is looking very bright for us. This is a clear upgrade for us, because he is young, he is taller, and he is strong. So he is very good in aerial duel, aerial clearing. Again, he is very good on ground clearing as well. So So it's like a sweeper kind of a role he can play. So that will be very good for us team. But I just don't know how fast he can move. If he is fast enough, means it will be extraordinary addition for us. But again, we should not forget that he is chosen by our coach. It's not our management suggestion. That Ina Subovic is not our management's recommendation. Again, I want to explain a little bit here about our management's choice and the choice of our coach. There are three positions which was selected by players selected by purely by our coach, not by our management. That is our management have nothing to do with those three. Why I'm saying is like if you check out the all the Shahbaz interviews and all those stuff, he keep on repeating the same three things, that you need to find the replacement for the players who left the squad, and three positions they are very important. He keep repeating is like centre back and replacement for Shembri, possibly a second striker, and a striker for Valsic. So Valsic is replacement. So if you're looking at these three players and whoever we picked, they are almost close to Shaba Laszlo. Ina Sipovic, he played 7 years in the top tier Romanian league. Coach know him very well, so that's why he selected him. So on the second signing, Isma, striker replacement. If you look at him where he played in Hearts in Scotland, Hearts of Middleton. So this is something club which previously coached by Shaba Laszlo back then, but the league he is very close to that league, it seems, because he had worked in Scotland for 2 clubs. So, and also when Isma played in Hearts, he played against the Shaba Laszlo teams. So at the same time, Shaba also coaching Dundee United. So if you look at the whole thing, he exactly knows how he plays. So it's not. So what I'm trying to make a point here is like Isma is an excellent player. That's why he chooses him. So that is what I'm trying to say. And the coach believes in him. And the another one replacement is Jakub Silvestre. So if you look at this Silvestre, where he played in the top tier league in Slovakia, in the top tier club, which is not coached by Shaba Laszlo, but Shaba Laszlo was he coached the other club in the league. And also the thing is like he played a lot in Germany. Germany also is very close to Shaba Laszlo. So he knows, and also if you look at the Silvestre interview for our media team, for CFC media team, he clearly mentioned that he know him and coach know him as well. So it's quite they know each other. So they have a lot of confidence on each other. So any coach, when he takes a new role, he will bring the peoples, somewhere at least 2-3 people to get comfortable in the dressing room and team's dressing room, and also a team formation. I mean, it's like a link up together, right? They want to have a good chemistry. They have to have an understanding. So that's why. So three players are signed by coach. The other 2 players, our management suggestion was like Fokloviv and Memo Mora. So these two players, I don't think coach have any idea about them apart from seeing their CV and video compilation. Other than that, I don't see they don't have any connections, because Memo Mora is playing India, so possibly it's a management suggestion to get the get that replacement for Marcy Sayani. So it's a great addition for Marcy Sayani, I will say. I was really disappointed when they announced Memomoro because I don't know how they're going to, I don't know how they are going to select people and play like that, because we expected a Asian signing on the position, but we got the Asian on the right wing, so it's okay. So that is one signing. It is an excellent replacement for Marcy Sayani, and there is a Shembri. Shembri had a lot of quality. We cannot deny that. Shembri is an extraordinary player. He put a lot of efforts into the team, and he sacrificed his own things for the team, and he played really well on that right wing, created a lot of chances for the team. He have been very creative also in free kicks, corner kicks and all. So it's been very good player. So when we going to replace him, he replaced with such a quality and experienced player, like 68 caps for national team, ISC capped player, and also he won a lot of league titles, cups, extraordinary achievement, great things, and we got him for a. It's not a free transfer. We paid a transfer fee, and then we got him. So it will be a good addition. So after that, if you look at Isma signing, I already explained that. Isma is very fast, very agile, technically good finisher. So I think he will be the best attacking player in ISL for this year, because I don't see anyone have that kind of physics or that kind of aura in ISL yet. We see a lot of goal scorers, but I don't think see as such a player yet. So that is a very high quality we have in Isma. And then if you look at Jakub Silvestre, he is clearly he will be like who is going to be in and around in the box. He's like a fox. He will play like a fox. That is the goal for him. You need to get the goals. So how he is going to be worth when compared to Valskis? Valskis and him both played in Israel leagues, and if you look at the stats, even they played for the same club, but different time period. But Silvestre scored more goals than him in the same club. So it's like it's a big achievement. And also, if you look at the clean stats, Jakub Silvestre have played won a lot of things in Slovakia. German tier 2 team is not joke, guys. It's very serious league. So it's a very quality league. So surely it's a very quality player for sure. So Fokle will be better than Dragos as well. So it's totally a upgraded squad. Yeah, I don't think any team have such a upgraded players than Chennai FC. If you look at every team, every corner, I just want to tell you that why Chennai is better this year. I have a lot of chances, because we played very high quality football last year to turn things around, and we played like we given everyone a run for everyone a run. So if you look at the how they feared against us, that is the thing I'm trying to say. They all feared against us at one stage of time. Bengaluru FC Goa, and Kolkata. FC Goa openly said they don't want to face us in the semi-final. they are okay to face BFC or Kolkata. They don't want to face us because they know they will lose if they lose. And Kolkata, they are extremely feared when they played on the final. Just it's like we had some complacency and again we have some pressure. So we lost that final. Tactically, a little bit we lost too. So other than that, we had a squad which everyone feared. So when we upgraded that with the great quality, great attributes, so you just imagine what this team can do. But when we compare to other teams, let's compare with Mumbai City FC. Why we are saying that Chennai is better than Mumbai City FC? That I want to give you a few examples. Mumbai City FC, they took players from basically from FC Goa. Like who and all are they took Motodafall. Okay, we played against them. We made them run. Motodor. Hugo Bomas also was there when we played the league game, when we chased 3-4. He was there. So how do we played and how strong we played, we all know. So then again, Obache, we played. We need again. Yeah, of course he scored 3 goals, but we played very open. We made mistakes, a lot of mistakes, and we played extraordinarily well on that game. So you clearly know what I'm meaning. So Obache, we played. So other than that, Javo is there. Javo we played. We know about Javo. We know about Hugo. We know about Obache. This Obache is going to be getting replaced by Koro. So if you compare both, they are like the same only. They are not. Obache not going to be the upgrade for Koro. Koro is good on his own. So it's not like a big upgrade for them anyway. So Adam Lefondre is going to be there, but there is only one guy going to be playing. It's either Obache or Adam Lefondre. They cannot afford to have both these players for sure. So if that was the case, if Adam Lefondre is going to play on that role, yes, it's upgraded thing. But again, they're replacing who? Kuro as a very high standard player. So if you're going to replace him with the other high standard player on the same attacking position, it does not make sense. Like we say, for example, that if you play with a decent player and a very good football, it's great. If you're already playing with the extraordinary football and you're going to be replaced with another extraordinary player, that does not make big difference. So on the left, they are going to use Mandara Desa. You know how they're going to play. And these peoples all are already played last year, and we achieved a lot with this team. So if you take, hey guys, let's see in another video. Thank you, goodbye.